Hey guys. Hey, what's up? I'm in the Volvo. Yeah. Quick little run up to Henderson. I don't know why. Hendersonville, I thought I was going to the post office in Hendersonville or something. There's something in Tennessee I went to that was Henderson. I'm going to a Walmart in Henderson, North Carolina, which is like less than 2 hours away. Swap the driver, bring it back, and go home. Like, that's sweet, man. And it's $26 an hour, I think. You know? It's easy work. You know, all I did was load 3 carts on the truck. We put some boxes. I strapped it. I couldn't pull the door down. It was tough. And that's it. You know, I didn't want to get up this early in the morning, but no big deal. I want to talk a little bit more about white supremacist terrorism and all that. I think the pandemic, even if there wasn't this long-term quarantine, like, I think even if you had a vaccine tomorrow and you magically cured everything, I think watching the violence and all that, it shows you, like, we've got a domestic terrorism problem in America. And that's not going away. And Trump uses that. And he's been using it. And that's just what it is. And I think that the coronavirus, you know, thing shows you that. You know? You know, I think it shows you just how divided America really is. I mean, and it shows you how quickly these terrorists are to threaten violence, because at no time were their gun rights threatened. And at no time has anybody made a move to restrict guns or ammo. I think the sheriff in Los Angeles did something, but that's California. That's nothing to do with you in Michigan or Ohio. I think that this idea of, I want to get my mani-pedi, I want to get my hair done, so I'm going to take a gun out and block hospital ambulances. I think it springs from this very childlike idea of what liberty is, that white supremacy, that this is my country, this is my world, you know, and nobody can stop me do it, you know. And I just realized, like, I was a libertarian, but I still respect people's rights. And I realized that, like, libertarianism or whatever, no, they don't respect people's rights. They don't. They just want to go do what they want to do, and they don't think that they've got a social contract with anybody else. So, you know, there's racism, there's homophobia in there, there's all that stuff in there. But it's all based upon this idea that this is my society, I can do whatever I want. I don't care. Yeah. We've been at war for 20 years on the basis of a lie in Iraq and Afghanistan and all that stuff. Fighting people who never started a war with America, who never attacked America. And it's amazing that the chickens have come home to roost, as Malcolm said it. He said it best. You know, and I said it, I've been talking about this for a while. People around me don't really pay attention. I think I've been saying for a while, something had to be done. Something had to be done. And, you know, something just had to be done about this crisis, about these people. And the good thing is, they're going to get themselves sick, and they're going to kill their own families. Because, you know, I was looking at veterans today, they were talking about that, you know, hey, these guys that were thinking it's a big city issue, they go into the cities, they're in these crowds, they're not wearing masks, you know, they're making a mockery of it, they're bringing it home to their communities. It's beautiful, because they're going to kill their own family, they're going to incapacitate their own families. It's great. You know, when I heard about the FBI saying that these guys are planning on weaponizing it, they're so fucking stupid. I hope they try it. Like, it scared me when I heard that. I got my little copper hook I keep on me. I've been using it. Do I have it? I got my little copper hook that I carry with me at all times. I've been using that, you know. time. I mean, I feel like if they try that, they're gonna get themselves sick. This is a respiratory disease. This isn't like AIDS or something where you just spray it on. Well, no, that's not a good example. AIDS doesn't live very long. Like, you don't need much to clean off the HIV stuff if it's on the surface in the air. You know, this thing can live on steel and shit for days. And they said it can live in a refrigerator for like 28 days or something. Good God. Like, I just, you know, it's a little scary. That's one of the things I will say is that I've got to do more on how I handle water, how I bring in water, how I bring in groceries. Like, there's got to be a better way. I don't know, you know, I got to work on that. We got to do something about that. I got a Berkey water filter. I use the thing, but I don't use the filter. I need new filters. Got a UV light for an aquarium. I stick in my water now too to clean my water. Kind of makes the water taste different. I like it. I like that UV taste. You know, it's glass. Let me see here. I don't think. See, dude I work with, we were talking, and he's like, they're reopening states, and like, he thinks that, I guess, they'll just reopen the country and things will go back to normal. And I kept my mouth shut. Zoop! I zipped the shut, you know, I kept my mouth shut. I mean, I remember when he told me about this job I went to, he was like, well, they're gonna, you know, need to wear a mask. And he said it was just this repugnance. It's just, in his voice. And I'm like, I got one. I wear it all my jobs. You know, so good, you know. And I could tell like he wanted to say something. I just kept myself. Like right there, it showed me that not only is he not taking it seriously, that he's angry about it. He's angry about the fact that there's jobs that restrict you. And that's nigga business right there. That's niggers. Niggas think that they can just go do a job with no rules, no restrictions at all. And, you know, that's why you have guys doing male jobs in Miss Pat, and they don't show up to work. You know, they don't show up to work. They show up to work really late. You know, that's why you have that. People like him. They don't think they owe anybody anything. They don't think they owe anybody anything at any time. And that's just what it is. This is what it is, guys. I think even if they reopen the country, and I'm talking about like my old job, get my old job back, which I would love to do. Even though I got to go in that warehouse, I would have no problem with that, going back to my old job doing mail. It was consistent. I had just found a little restaurant down there you can eat it. Pretty good little chicken wings, and it looked like a Roadhouse joint down the road from there. My food to go, you know. Right before the pandemic hit, you know. I had the truck cleaned off. I sprayed the truck, cleaned it out. I left a little bottle in there. They probably used it. It's probably gone. It's like a $2 bottle. But you know, if I get to go back to that, I would. I don't think things go back to normal. I think that there'll be, like the lady was saying on Democracy Now!, there'll be waves of it. It was not a consistent wave. That's why you have areas where it drops down and areas where it comes back up. I think people who did take it seriously are just getting tired of this. But you being tired of restrictions you didn't take seriously in the beginning doesn't have any, you know, I told you before, like how you have progressives that their whole gig is just to loosen restrictions on everything. That's not me, guys. Like, I'm not trying to just clear off all the laws and, like my dad, destroy the federal government. Like, that's not, no, like I want to get progressive politics in there. And sometimes with blacks, like, to me, all they want is just weaken law enforcement, destroy all drug laws, destroy all laws as far as like well, like create lax enforcement on law enforcement, on any kind of property crimes, violent crimes, and stuff like that. They don't they don't actually want to put forward policies of a long-term effect, like what Trump is doing with federal judges, things like that. Those are long-term. You're talking about decades. Those judges are going to be in there putting forward policy. We're going to see it. I'm going to live to see it. You're going to live to see them do fucked up stuff. There's Bush people still in there. You know what I mean? I just think like with blacks, that's their whole thing is like, we just want to live. And like conservatives are not going to let you live. They're going to hurt you. They're going to, like folks in essence want to dumb it down. Right. You want to dumb it down and stuff like that. That doesn't do anything. That doesn't help. It doesn't benefit us. Plays into the hands of the conservatives. They're going to reopen the country. There's going to be ebbs and, ebbs here and there. For me, I think there will come a time to where, like for me, like this week here, this week and last week of May, things started going good for me. Like last week, I made like 30-something hours. It was like just under 40. So that was a good week. A good week. This week I'm making 50. This week I'm making like 60 hours. Okay. I'm making like 60 hours this week. I'm busting. And one day I got like 4 hours. So you get the idea. When this thing dies down, get your preps, get your stuff, prepare prepare, because there's gonna be a second wave of this. But I don't think it'll be organized like that. I don't think it'll be like March the 23rd, it stops, and then December the 29th, it's not like that. Like that Babylon virus, it's not Babylon virus. It's gonna ebb and flow, and like the reality with this is that people didn't take this seriously. They're not likely to take it seriously when it hits later this year or next year. You see what I'm saying? So it really is what it is on that, brother. It really is what it is. But once I get some money aside, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna go out here and go crazy, but people were telling me about buying rice and beans and shit. Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna get some rice and beans, we're gonna get some food. We're gonna have to sit down. Like my friend Denzel told me about being like using Costco shit. I'm gonna have to, there's one near me. I'm gonna have to like actually take some time to go out there and get some big bags of beans, big bags of rice, all that good stuff, because I think it's gonna be a famine, guys. I think we're looking at a famine. We're talking about these locusts and shit. I don't think it's just gonna go away. I think coronavirus is the beginning of the troubles. James Kunstler called it the long emergency. I'm gonna call it the troubles, because with domestic terrorism afoot, with a president way over his head, that like Sam Cedar said it, Trump basically is like, maybe people are not going to recognize, all these deaths. I'm looking at the worst case scenario, because I know that they're not testing the dead. People are dying at home. There's people who are dying of heart-related issues. We know coronavirus, COVID-19 affects the heart. We know this. I believe that this is going to be much worse than they're saying it. And the military is getting ready. I need to sit down and look at that, because I keep hearing that. I heard that back in March that, hey, the military is preparing for something in September. Maybe it'll be something, maybe it won't. Oh! Pence, one of Pence's people got sick, and Trump's courier, Trump's driver got sick. What does that mean? It's in the White House. That's why I read about all those EOC, continuity of government, COG, EOC, the Emergency Operations Center. But I read about all that stuff because I figured it probably would hit them eventually. You know, my dad said he believed it was depopulation. I don't believe that now. When Bojo got sick, I knew for a fact it wasn't. Bojo got sick. People in the White House getting sick. In a way, I understand that the House is scared to go to work, but they need to go to work. I mean, like, we're in a really bad situation right now. It didn't have to happen. And it's both ways, though. Republicans are taking it seriously. If a bunch of them get sick, you know. I just think I think this election, the referendum on Trump and the Republicans, people like feeling like whether they did right or not. And I think that if they fuck up or if they make mistakes, because basically what Trump is doing is like this cowboy shit, that we're okay, isn't that serious, go back to work. Well, if this thing hits and 1 million Americans die, you know, what does that mean? David Pakman, he made a video where he said he's a prepper. I am too. I always was kind of prepper inclined. It's a mindset. You can be in prison and be a prepper. You can be, you know what I mean? You can be in prison and be a prepper. You understand? It's not about you being having $1 million to have a nuclear a bunker somewhere. You can be in prison and be a prepper. It's a mindset that the system isn't to be trusted, and that you have to be dependent on, you know, yourself and people that you love and trust. So, anyway, peace.